The story begins at a wedding scene where our female lead, Neon, and our male lead, Jihan, were present. Neon pretends to be the bride's close friend, singing and acting affectionate, though in truth she was paid to play the role, as the bride had no real friends. At the same wedding, Jihan is also pretending to be close to the groom. His company needs land owned by the groom's father, and after Jihan's repeated help, the deal is secured. Outside the hall, Neon and Jihan meet for the first time. Their encounter turns chaotic when they bump into each other, scatter papers, smudge documents with lipstick, and argue, setting the tone for their tense relationship. Neon comes from a middle-class background and dreams of becoming an actress, having struggled her whole life. Jihan, on the other hand, is the capable but unacknowledged grandson of the LJ Group chairman. Though he solves major company issues, including the land deal, his efforts remain unrecognized. And Do-han, Jihan's older brother and the company's heir, returns from abroad. On the flight back, he meets Chaewon, a woman from another powerful family. Their families want them married for business stability, though neither is interested, except Chaewon, who seems drawn to Jihan. Then Neon later picks up Do-han from the airport. They were close in high school, and he notices how much she has grown. She gives him money for food and rushes to her shoot. On set, she's only a supporting actress, but when the lead refuses a horse riding scene, Neon steps in and performs flawlessly, impressing everyone. After work, she returns borrowed items and is praised by co-workers, who believe she deserves better roles. She recalls how Do-han once supported her when she was tricked into an adult film project. When the crew tried to force repeated takes, she fought back and was arrested. Do-han rescued her and encouraged her not to give up on acting. Since then, she has continued small roles with her friends' support. Later, a family meeting is held. To protect the company, especially after some relatives were caught in stock manipulation, the elders want Do-han to marry Chaewon, whose family holds major shares. Jihan supports this plan, believing Do-han should inherit the company. However, Do-han firmly refuses, saying he has already made his choice. Jihan also supports this idea, wanting Do-han to take over the company. However, Do-han firmly refuses, saying he doesn't like Chaewon and has already made his decision. Jihan still tries to convince him that, when I have done so much for the company, then you should also agree, but he was not ready to agree. So Jihan was suspecting him that he is dating someone else, and then shows him the airport picture in which he was with Neon. Seeing this, Do-han also says that yes, he is dating this girl, and that is why he will not marry any other girl. Then we see Neon's family. They were also upset with him. Till some time ago, they used to support him, but now they were also tired. That is why they wanted Neon to get married soon and settle down. Meanwhile, Jihan was convincing Chaewon to marry Do-han. He just wanted that somehow these two get married, and his brother becomes the owner of the company. After this, he reaches Nini's set while finding out about her. On the other hand, Do-han is looking at the money Neon gave him and suddenly remembers their past. They were once classmates in school. Back then, some students were spreading rumors that Do-han was gay and that a teacher had seen him kissing a boy. When Neon heard this, she became furious and scolded those girls for ruining someone's reputation. To protect Do-han, she even lied and said that he was her boyfriend. From that day on, they became very close friends. Neon dreamed of becoming a famous actress one day. While Do-han is lost in these memories, Neon receives a call saying that her brother has arrived at her shooting location. Do-han quickly tells her that her brother might misunderstand and think they are dating, so she should send him away with an excuse. Neon then goes to Jihan and tells him that Do-han is her boyfriend. Hearing this, Jihan asks if she truly loves Do-han. Shocked, Neon accidentally spits out her coffee and falls onto him. Embarrassed, she apologizes and again lies, saying that yes, she loves him. Jihan then tells her that he is going to get married. Instead of reacting seriously, she laughs and says he doesn't want to get married, but his family is forcing him. To make him leave, she jokingly says that if he gives her 2 million won, she will break up with Do-han. She wipes her lipstick on a tissue and hands it to him. Seeing this, Jihan suddenly remembers the same girl from the past. He tries to talk to her, but she starts shouting that he is harassing her. Jihan doesn't leave and stays at the shooting location. Meanwhile, Neon has to shoot a horse riding scene in place of another actress, Nari. Nari keeps interrupting, saying the scene isn't right and demanding retakes. Neon gets exhausted. During one take, the horse suddenly panics, and Neon falls and gets injured. She faints and is rushed to the hospital. Because of the delay, she is removed from the project and replaced. When Neon regains consciousness, Jihan is sitting beside her. Later, when she is discharged, Jihan asks why she didn't call Do-han if he is really her boyfriend. Neon replies that she didn't want to trouble him. Since it's late, Jihan drops her home. The next day, Neon meets Do-han. While they are talking, Do-han notices someone secretly taking their photos. He chases the man, catches him, and takes away the camera's memory card. Neon feels uncomfortable and asks if his family is involved in something illegal. Do-han explains that the man was sent by Choi Song and Min Wang, family members who want to find his weakness. They don't want him to take over the company or get married. Meanwhile, Ji-han can't stop thinking about Neon and Do-han. He doesn't believe they're truly dating, so he investigates and finds out that they haven't even met properly in 5 years, and that Neon has only been doing small acting roles. While leaving, he realizes he lost an important paper and assumes it must be with Neon. When he calls her, she says she'll return it herself because Do-han invited her to a family dinner. In reality, there was no dinner. Do-han's grandfather had arranged an event to introduce Do-han as the successor of the company and had also invited Chaewon. When Do-han finds out, he gets angry and asks why his grandfather always controls his life and never thinks about his feelings. He even asks why Ji-han isn't given the position instead. His grandfather coldly replies that Ji-han is a mistake. Just then, Neon arrives. Ji-han sees her and understands everything. He bluntly tells her that she isn't dating his brother and that, since she couldn't become a successful actress, she now wants to marry into a rich family. Hearing this, Neon is deeply hurt and leaves immediately. After she leaves, Ji-han asks, "Why did you lie about your dating?" But Do-han had a reason for not telling the truth, so he does not say anything and goes to Neon looking for her. She was very embarrassed that she lied to Do-han about becoming a successful actress, so she apologized to him, but he was not angry at her at all. He had some other plan going on in his mind. He tells Neon, "You like to play roles, right? Will you play the lead role in a new drama in which you can act as per your wish? For this, I will also give you a lot of money." Neon takes it as a joke and says that, "Yes, if you give me 2 beings, then I will do it." Here we are shown a nearby scene, and it is revealed that the chairman was actually Ji-han and Do-han's maternal grandfather. His daughter Sui had left her husband for someone else, and Ji-han and Do-han were his sons. After the death of their parents, the chairman kept both of them with him, but he still could not accept them wholeheartedly. His son-in-law also did not divorce his daughter for the company's shares. Moreover, Song and Min Wang were his children. That is why he did not like Ji-han and Do-han at all, and neither did he want to give them a share in his properties. Ji-han also understood in his childhood that he had to decide his destiny alone. For this, he worked hard from the beginning to come into the eyes of his grandfather. He did a lot, and now, when he was close to his destination, a name, Neon, came in his way. Now, in the present, when Do-han is asking Neon to marry him, Ji-han refuses him. And when the chairman meets him, Do-han does not go. He feels imbalanced, and the situation gets a bit complicated. So, to understand the matter, Chaewon goes to the stage. Neon did not know anything till now. Do-han gives her the keys of his car and says that until she comes to him, then till then, they wait for him in the car. Then, when Neon reaches the parking area, some people come there, whom Ji-han's stepbrother Min Wang had sent to bring Neon, because he got the news that Do-han is harassing Neon, and she is also here. They wanted to talk to her, but Neon did not know anything about them. She feels a little strange. Despite her refusal, those people are coming to catch her. Then suddenly, Ji-han comes there and takes Neon with him. He had covered his face so that no one could recognize him. Then, the next morning, Neon opens her eyes. She sees herself in someone else's house. She was having a severe headache and finds Ji-han downstairs. She asks him about this, and he reminds her about last night. Actually, last night, after running away from the parking area, first Neon had given that contact paper to Ji-han, and then, when she was asking him to drop her, Ji-han was adamant on the fact that whatever his brother told him should be forgotten. But then they had an argument while talking. So Neon jumped out of the car. Her calculations were correct. She would have been saved, but her head hit a pillar, and she became unconscious. Neon comes to know that she is in Ji-han and Do-han's house right now. She is very surprised to see that Do-han is so rich. Then she comes to know that her grandfather is the chairman of LG Group, and yesterday, Do-han was made the successor of the company. They were talking when Do-han also reached there. On the other hand, Do-han's stepbrother, Min Wang, and his wife were trying to get the chairman on their side. They say that Do-han has no value for the company. You even made him the successor, but still he did not come to amend. Along with this, they also tell that Do-han refused to marry because he is dating another girl, and she also came to the event yesterday. Meanwhile, Neon came to know everything about Do-han. He tells her that she has to play a role, and she has to play a role. She will have to act as his wife for 3 years. Then, he will get a divorce. Neon is the only person who can help him and knows his real self. Actually, Do-han was gay. He did not want the world to know that the successor of LJ Group is gay. A few years ago, when he was about to get married to Chaewon, he thought that he would tell everyone his truth. But before that, something went wrong. The person with whom he was in a relationship beat him up badly, and he was very scared to see this situation. Then he thought it better to hide his truth. He had no interest in becoming the successor of the company, so he wanted to marry Neon and then get away from the company. But Neon gets angry at him that first he hid this fact, and then he wants to betray his family and wants to include her in this as well. She says that, "You think that I will do anything for money, and if we get caught, then nothing will happen to you. But your company will take action against me. Even after Do-han's persuasion, she does not agree. She did not want her life to be ruined by doing all this, so she left from there. Then we see the scene of Nian's house, where everyone was upset because her brother had bought LG Group's stocks. But after the announcement of the company's successor, the stock price and its value had gone down a lot, and her father was angry because her brother had taken money from him, while he was going to get a hair transplant with this money. That's why Nian's sister told him that Papa's birthday is coming, so he should get his hair transferred, meaning that she had also borne the expenses of this on Nian. Nian meets her friends, and Do-han tells them everything about her offer. They also tell her to accept the offer because Do-han was rich and he always helped Nian in difficult times. He got her a job, and when she lost all her money in a flop show, he encouraged her. After this, Nian reaches for her next job. She was playing the role of a monkey in a children's program. Ji-han had also reached there. After the program got over, Nian sat next to him and told him that she has to do many different jobs for money. Ji-han felt bad for her, so he apologizes for his behavior and then gives her some money so that she can stay away from his brother. At first, she returns the money, then keeps it on Ji-han's insistence. Ji-han did not want his brother to be away from the company because of Nian, whereas he himself was so capable that he could run the company himself. But when he was young, he saw his parents' death in front of his eyes. He felt that their death was because of him. That's why he himself did not want to get the company. He wanted to make his brother the owner of the company instead of him. In the next scene, Nian had come to the hospital with her sister for her father's hair transplant. Everything is done, and when it comes to payment, she refuses to pay because that money was not hers, but Ji-han's. She tells her father that she will bring him here again. After leaving from there, she calls Ji-han for a drink, so that he can return her money and asks him, "Why are you after Do-han by doing all this? What will you get after all?" Then he says, "I just want my brother's happiness. I want him to become the successor of the company." After listening to him, Nian also agrees that she will break up with his brother. In the next scene, we see the chairman waiting for Nian outside her house because he got the news about Nian and Do-han's relationship. Then he sees Nian coming from the front, but Ji-han was also following her. Both of them were in a drunken state. They had drunk so much that they were behaving like mad people. Yes, he had come to drop Nian here, but then Nian starts looking for a taxi to drop her home. Then she mistakes the chairman's car for a taxi. That's why they sit in it. On the way, Nian starts telling Kim, thinking him to be the driver, that her grandfather is the chairman of LJ Group, so drop her home very well. Then Ji-han also starts saying that he should not tell the truth in front of everyone. If her grandfather comes to know, then he will not like it at all. He does not like her at all. Nian starts pulling his cheek and says that he is so, how can they not like cute girls? And how can they forcefully get their son married to someone else? They don't know why their son has refused to marry. During the conversation, she says that, I am the only friend of his to whom he can share his secrets. The next day, when Do-han is sleeping, he gets a call. He immediately goes out and sees that Nian and Ji-han are having dinner with the chairman. The chairman was angry with Do-han. He asks him, will you leave your company for this girl like your mother did? Will you do the same when this girl has left you for money? Actually, last night, in a drunken state, both of them had also told that Nian is leaving Do-han for money. They also ask, what is the matter that he trusts only Nian? What is he hiding? Do-han was afraid that Nian might have told him all sorts of things in a drunken state. Before the matter goes further, Nian also tells the chairman, I am ready to break up. I don't want Do-han to goof up because of me. Whatever you have planned for him, give it to him. In the next scene, Do-han is getting angry at Nian. What is all this? You were supposed to help me, and now you are cheating me by taking money from my brother. Then he leaves from there in anger. Then we see Nian and her friends partying because Nian was offered the lead role in a drama. A director gave her this chance after seeing her acting. Nian was also very happy because of this. Now she could get her father's hair transplant done. The next day, she reaches the location for shooting and sees Ji-han there too. She asks him what he is doing there. He tells her that this is his company's store. That's why he has come here for some work. After this, when Nian starts going for the shooting, she hears the shooting members saying that this girl got this role just because of her connections. They feel bad for that girl who actually got this role. She gave so many interviews, and then she got this role, but because of nepotism, this girl came forward. When Nian goes inside and asks her the truth, she comes to know that she got this role intentionally. She feels very bad because she was given the role, and because of this, she was not able to shoot properly. In the evening, when Ji-han reaches there, he comes to know that Nian has refused to shoot. On the other hand, Nian was feeling very bad because she had thought so much. Thinking this, she started walking when Ji-han also reached there, searching for her, and asked her, have you gone mad? How could you let go of such a good opportunity? Nian angrily punches him in the face because she had come to know that Jihan was behind all this. She tells him, "You got me that role. Who are you to give me such an opportunity? What do you think of yourself? By doing this, you want to bring me down in my eyes." While saying all this, she starts crying and then angrily says, "You had said, how could I miss such a good opportunity? So now I will not do it." At the same time, she calls Dohan and says, "I have accepted your offer. I have done it, and I will marry you." In the next scene, we see that Jihan got the Model Employee Award. Everyone congratulates him. He was very happy. But behind all this, he was very upset because he himself had inadvertently provoked Nian to marry her brother. On the other hand, Dohan was leaving the house. Then Jihan was lying in front of her. He did not let her go. He was going to choose between her and Nian. Dohan ignores him and is going from there. Then she asks him why he wants to marry Nian. Is she blackmailing him? But he denies that there is nothing like that. On the other hand, Nian was also thinking that she had been cheated, and when she was crying, her mother reached there. On her arrival, she starts acting as if something has gone into her eyes. She gives some money to Nian, which she had saved for the emergency fund. She still felt that Nian is in the main lead in the drama, so she should live well with her workers and give them coffee so that she does not face any problem in working. There, Jihan was still after Dohan. He also felt that the reason for getting married is that Nian is pregnant, but Dohan refuses him. Then Dohan gets a call from Nian and asks her to meet him. Then Jihan again lies down in front of the door to stop her. When he doesn't move even after Dohan's request, he walks over her. Nian had invited him to her friend's cafe. Her friend is surprised that he is actually the successor of LJ Group. Here, Nian had made up her mind that she will now marry Dohan, but Dohan still tells her that she should think once so that she doesn't regret it in the future. But Nian had now made up her mind that she will help Dohan because she understood that he is the only one who can help her, and she wanted to be such a person for whom she is very important and whom only she can help. In the next scene, we see that the shareholders meeting of LJ Group was going on because after the announcement of the company's successor, the stock market price had fallen. The shareholders wanted the chairman to first think whether Dohan is right for the company, but the chairman believed that in his eyes, Dohan is absolutely right, and he will teach her the management of the company well. He also became a postman for the shopping mall, which was to be built. Due to this, Jihan was very upset because he had worked very hard to get this land, and this project was very important for him. On top of that, Nian was another problem for him. So, he reaches outside Nian's house to talk to her. Then, from her brother-in-law's conversation, he comes to know that he is from Nian's family. So, he becomes a customer and enters the house on the pretext of buying a mat. As soon as Nian also comes there, seeing him, Jihan gets scared. She is shocked so that she does not do anything wrong. She calls her out on the pretext of talking, but she just wanted to push him away. So, as soon as she comes out, she also starts going ahead. But then she comes back running and sits in Jihan's car because her mother, who was coming from the front, asks Jihan to go anywhere immediately. Then we see Chaewon. She had come to a restaurant with her friends. They were talking about Dohan and were telling her, "You are richer than him. You are more successful. So are you really marrying Dohan?" But Chaewon clearly tells them that they both are just friends. Then those girls start talking wrong things about Dohan, as well as her mother, that she became a mother without marriage. Chaewon does not like this at all. And then when they go to the reception for lunch, they come to know that no one else has made a reservation except Chaewon. On this, everyone gets angry at the reception. Then Chaewon apologizes to her, and those people wait till the reservation is done. She goes to wait outside. They get angry again that she will go inside, and the rest of them will wait for her outside. On this, Chaewon teaches them to be a good servant and says, "You just said that I am richer and more successful, so I am richer than you. You all can wait for me." Then, one of the girls tells that her mother had chased away her husband's first wife, and then leaving them there, she goes inside alone. That was Soo Jung, who had heard all this, that is, Min Wong's wife. On the other hand, Jihan had brought Nian to the same place where the shopping mall was going to be built. Jihan tells her that he worked very hard to get the land, but now his grandfather wants to give its charge to Dohan. If this happens, then everything will be over. That's why he first apologizes to her, and then says that if Dohan gets married to Chaewon, then everything will be fine. Then Nian asks him to apologize properly. Even after apologizing 2-3 times, Nian refuses. Then Jihan sits on his knees and apologizes to her. But Nian was just teasing him. She refuses and says that now she will not back out from this marriage. When they are about to leave from here, the owner of that land sees them and gets angry at Jihan, asking why the work of the mall is not starting yet. Then his son also reaches there. He recognizes Nian as his wife's best friend. Along with Jihan, she was also stuck here, so she starts acting that, yes, she is his wife's best friend, and, due to compulsion, they have to stay there. That girl was very angry at Nian, asking what she had come here to do. Her acting work was over on the wedding day itself. Jihan also came to know about this, that Nian was pretending to be her best friend. She did not want her to have any problem because of both of them. That is why she was asking them to leave quickly. On the other hand, Do-han had come to his grandfather's house. While meeting Mad and then going out, he hears Soo-jung telling Song and Min-won that Chaewon fought with her friend for Do-han and Ji-han and supported them both. Looking at him, it seems that she is more interested in Ji-han than Do-han. When Ji-han asks Neon why she is so young and pretended to be the bride's best friend, Neon tells him that this is all her job. While they were talking, that man came there with all the other people of the village because they were all angry with Ji-han over that land. Before the matter goes further, Neon asks them to calm down. The situations of both Nian and Ji-han were the same, so she tells Ji-han that they should help each other now. She takes all those people to a place where she listens to them and resolves their complaints. A lady complains that she has no problem with the shopping mall, but the company has not started the construction, which means they are scamming. Nian tells her that this is not the case here. While coming, she saw a very big bridge being built and more construction going on here, and all this is being done by the donation of LJ Group. Similarly, she handles other people's complaints very well. On this, a man starts asking about Jihan. If this is so, then why is this man not receiving our calls? Why is he ignoring us? Maybe he wants to keep all our money himself. Then Nian tells him that recently Jihan had a car accident. He has not yet recovered from it, but he had forbidden you to tell all this. Despite this, he came here to see this land. He said that the land is everything for him. Hearing his words, Jihan was also very impressed, and all the people who were angry with Jihan till now also started telling him that he should not put so much stress, and everyone came in his support. Everyone was very happy with him. Then, on the request of a lady, Nian sings a song for them. Seeing all this, Jihan apologizes to Nian for being completely feelingless and then thanks her for today. Meanwhile, Nian also apologizes to him that this mall was her dream, and suddenly she came in between. Just like this mall is important for you, my acting is important for me, so even if I want, I cannot agree to you, because I will marry Do-han. Jihan's view about Nian was slowly changing. Then we see the chairman. He gets a message from a reporter, Mr. Kang, who was keeping an eye on Chaewon. She had just come to dinner with Do-han. Do-han asks her if she is his brother. She likes Nian and is a little surprised, but then Do-han alerts her because he knows that a reporter is keeping an eye on them. The next day, an article was published in the news about these two. The reporter who published this article was Mr. Kang, who was involved in Soyeon's accident, i.e., Do-han and Ji-han's mother were involved in the accident. In the next scene, we see Nian's family discussing Nian's new drama. They knew about it, but Nian's name was nowhere in that drama, so they thought that maybe she had been removed from the drama, but they were unable to ask her. Then Nian comes to them and tells them that she wants to tell them something, and then tells them that she is going to get married. Hearing this, everyone is very surprised by what she is saying. After this, in the next scene, Nian goes to meet Do-han, and she has also prepared the marriage contract. She had made up her mind, so she and Do-han signed the contract. To confirm the marriage, first they buy a ring, and then they buy a ring. Then Nian buys a dress because they will have taken permission from Do-han's grandfather before marriage. After this, they go to Do-han's grandfather's house. First, they have dinner with the whole family. There, Nian was talking very friendly. After dinner, everyone is talking. Then Min-won tells his grandfather that he should agree to their marriage, but he wanted to talk to Nian alone first, so he calls her alone. After they leave, Do-han also asks Nian to come with her, but she asks him to wait there, and then starts hitting Do-han. Seeing this, everyone else is very surprised, and Ji-han was very angry, so he takes Do-han aside and asks her what is all this? Why is she behaving like a mad person? Inside, the chairman asks Neon that earlier she was saying that she will break up with Do-han, but what has happened suddenly now? Neon tells them that she did not want Do-han to have any problem because of her, but now she has realized that they both cannot live apart. Do-han has always supported her. Then she further says that whatever decision they take will be acceptable to her. As Neon goes out, Ji-han is waiting for her outside. He tells her that now there is only one solution to this problem. Inside, grandfather was asking Do-han for the last time if he wants to marry this girl. Then, Do-han says yes, and even if he does not approve of it, he will still marry. And if needed, he will go to New York with her. Wang, Song, and Soo-jung were very happy because this is what they wanted. They were thinking that if Do-han marries against grandfather's wish, then he will be thrown out of the property and all the property will become theirs, but their happiness is dashed when grandfather says that he is ready for marriage. And there outside, Ji-han tells Neon that when we both were drunk, you told me about a drama in which the younger brother steals the elder brother's things. So now I will also do something similar, and now I will steal you from Do-han. On the other hand, we see Neon's family. They were watching the news in which it was shown that the late successor of LJ Group, i.e., Do-han's mother's accident. Then it was said that some car is following her, and it was being told that her husband's car is following her. But when no proof was found, the case was considered an accident and closed, and the chairman was also silent about that matter till now. Then suddenly, why did he reveal his third grandson in front of everyone? Neon's family was afraid that how their daughter will live among such people and how will they behave with her. And there Do-han was talking about stealing Neon from her brother, that he will trap her in his love and then kill her. So Neon also challenges him that, okay, I will also see how you do this. Inside, grandfather used to tell everyone that he has agreed for Jihan's marriage, but even after marriage, he will give the charge of LJ Company to Do-han only. On this, Min-won gets very angry, and in anger, he tells grandfather that he has done a lot for the company till now, and he is the elder brother, so he should get the charge of the company. He even says that because of these two brothers, he lost his mother. On this, his grandfather slaps him hard. In anger, all of them come out, and Song slaps Jihan to take revenge of her brother and tells him that he should stay within his limits. He has snatched their mother, so will he snatch the company too? She starts hitting him again and again. Then Neon holds his hand and stops him. After all of them leave, Do-han also... In the next scene, we see Min-won, Song, and his father talking. His father had seen Jihan in the office in the morning. That's why he was getting angry at him that what is he doing here till now? Because he did not want that his children should have any problem in getting the company due to Jihan's presence. But he also knew that the shareholders cannot give the company to Song so easily. Meanwhile, Song reminds Min-won that the position for which you are fighting was mine. Because of you, my driving license has been cancelled. You were driving in an intoxicated state, so I took all your blame on myself. If this had not happened, I would have been in your place today. In the next scene, we see Jihan. He was going crazy, thinking about many things about Neon. Yoon-taek felt that she was upset about the company. She was talking to him. He says that if Do-han becomes the successor of the company after the resignation of the chairman, then the shareholders will protest. But Jihan was sure that he can still unite Chaewon and Do-han, and for this, he asks for help from Yoon-taek. To learn about Neon, he reaches the shooting location of the same drama where Neon used to work. On the other hand, Neon tells her sister and brother-in-law about Jihan's slapping incident last night. She was angry at Song for the way he slapped Jihan, but she also did not understand how the chairman agreed to their marriage. Tae-min felt bad for Jihan because Jihan did not have parents, and his siblings used to trouble him, and his brother also did not listen to him. So he must have been feeling lonely. They were talking when Neon gets a call from Jihan, and after a while, a shiny, expensive car stops in front of them, from which Jihan comes out. He was completely ready, wearing a suit and boots. In the next scene, we see Neon sitting in the car with him. Jihan wanted to impress her. He was showing her how rich he is, just like the main lead of a drama is rich and handsome in the drama. Such people are only in dramas, but now he wanted to be the same for her in real life. That's why he wanted to bring her on a date. Neon also took it as a challenge and agreed to go with him. First of all, Jihan brings Neon to the business class on the flight to Busan. But before that, he gives Neon a dress to wear, which he had already bought for her. She was looking so pretty in that dress that Jihan himself kept looking at her. There was no one here except those two because Jihan had done shopping, and he was taking her to a film festival. After this, both of them go to watch a movie. Seeing them, it seemed that both of them are very comfortable with each other and are also enjoying themselves a lot. The movie they were watching had not been released yet, and this movie was of the same actress, Nari. Its director was also there. After this, Jihan introduces Neon to director Khan, his mother's close friend. Neon is thrilled, being a huge fan of his work. Nari is also present and is shocked to see Neon in the VIP area. Meanwhile, Chaewon is on a blind date, but the man makes her uncomfortable, so she leaves. Outside, she notices a wedding and recalls her own past, how Jihan once opposed her marriage and wanted her to marry Do-han instead. After dessert, Jihan and Neon prepare to leave for dinner. Jihan asks her to wait and steps away. At that moment, Nari approaches and mocks Neon, questioning how she ended up there. She brags about rejecting films and mocks Neon's dress, assuming it's fake. Her staff then inform her she must attend a VIP party. When she learns her usual suit is taken, she gets furious, until Jihan appears and reveals he booked it. It's revealed Jihan deliberately did this after learning from Yoon-taek that Nari once bullied Neon. He booked the entire flight, restaurant, and hotel to teach her a lesson. Furious, Nari threatens to expose him online, but Jihan warns her he'll expose how she forced Neon into a horse riding scene and got her fired. He takes Neon away. They eat together, drink, and talk. Neon asks how he knew so much about her. He admits he watched all her dramas to understand her. She laughs, surprised. Drunk, she admits she's quitting acting and asks if she should regret it. Jihan tells her regret makes people grow and admits he didn't like her movie acting much, but loved her dramas. She realizes he watched everything. She grows sleepy and he gently supports her. Elsewhere, Min Wong learns Jihan is in Busan with a woman. Song plans to contact reporter Kang. The next morning, Nian wakes to find Jihan asleep on the sofa. She notices his injury. As they prepare to leave, rain begins, triggering Jihan's childhood trauma of the accident with his mother. Nian senses it, holds his hand, and closes the window. Later, Jihan realizes he can't control his feelings. Eun-taek suggests sending Nian on a date with someone else. Jihan meets Chaewon under the excuse of work and gets profiles of potential blind date candidates her father chose. Meanwhile, Nian introduces Do-han to her family before marriage. They are impressed. Jihan selects one man from the profiles and arranges for Nian to meet him. When she arrives, she realizes Jihan has set her up on a blind date. Meanwhile, Chaewon also came out to talk to Jihan. One of Chaewon's friends comes and asks her why she has sent someone else on her blind date to meet that boy. Chaewon is surprised because she did not know about this, but Jihan tells that she liked that boy, so she sent her friend there. On this, the boy tells her that the boy is not well, so she should call her friend and tell them. Jihan gets worried. He starts worrying about Nian, so he apologizes to Chaewon and leaves. He was looking for a taxi when Chaewon came to him and gave him a lift. As he reaches the hotel, he sees that Nian and that boy were still together. He gets relieved to see Nian fine. Then he goes to the washroom and starts questioning himself. Have I gone mad? What was the need for me to come here? They had a lot of talks inside, so that boy now asks her to leave from here. Nian also going to say him bye, but then she comes to know that the boy was talking about taking her to the room. He was telling her that, I also want to see how you seduced Jihan. So in anger, Nian throws a drink on his face and then starts leaving from there. Then he threatens her that if she leaves from here, he will spread rumors about her that Jihan paid an actress to sleep with him. If she doesn't want to do this, then she will have to finish her drink first. On hearing Jihan's name, Nian stops there and starts drinking her drink. But then Jihan reaches there and takes the drink from her hand and drinks it himself. Along with this, he drops the whole bottle and then takes her and leaves from there. The scene again shifts to Do-han. He was in his studio. Nian was not receiving his call, so he got worried. So he sends her a voice message and sees that there are some paper cuttings lying in her room. Suddenly, the light also goes off. He got suspicious, so he calls someone and asks them to check the footage of CCTV cameras near his studio because someone had come there. He is talking when he hears someone's voice from behind. And here, while coming out of the hotel, Nian is getting angry at Jihan. She is not angry at that boy, but she is getting angry at the fact that that boy is sleeping with Jihan. Nian thought that Jihan does not like her, and that is why she did not reply to him. Nian thought that Jihan does not like her, and that is why she did not get affected by the girl's words. She was saying all these things when suddenly Jihan confesses that maybe he has started liking her, and he would not like it if someone insults him. While saying this, he falls on Nian's shoulder in a drunken state. Then we see Do-han. The voice he heard was of Huyan, the same boy with whom he was in a relationship earlier. Do-han was very surprised to see him here suddenly after so many years. Huyan came to know from the news that Do-han also has a girlfriend, and he asks her if she knows about them. He tells him that he is going to get married, and he does not want Huyan to worry about it. He should only look after his happiness. But Huyan had come here only to trouble Do-han, and that is why he wants to make her his girlfriend. He gives the number and leaves. At the same time, Nian was also calling Do-han, but she did not know that Nian was with Jihan right now. He was very drunk because he had finished the whole bottle of drink at the hotel. He was so drunk that Nian was unable to handle him. On top of that, Do-han was also not picking the phone. Jihan was insisting to drop her home, while Nian's house was nearby, and then Jihan forcefully makes her sit on his bag. Nian was asking him to get down, and in anger, she starts pulling his hair. Then Jihan's foot slips, and both of them fall. Jihan fainted right there. The next day, when he wakes up, he is at Nian's house. His clothes were also changed. He thought that Nian had kidnapped him. Nian thought that Jihan would not remember anything, so he made a video of it. Actually, Jihan was so drunk last night that he was not conscious. He had forgotten the password of his house, and when the siren starts ringing after entering the password wrongly 2-3 times, he starts dancing, thinking it to be a club. So Nian brought him to her house, and even after coming home, he behaved like a madman. When Jihan sees all this, he gets very angry. He asks Nian to delete the video, but she puts a condition that if he does not try to trap her in his love, she will delete it. But Jihan does not agree and goes after her to snatch the phone, and then both of them fall down. Then they see that Do-han has also come there. Nian did not want Do-han to see Jihan, so she goes out to talk to her. Do-han was angry with her because she was not picking up his phone. He was very worried. Do-han asks her to go inside to tell him about whatever happened in the studio, but she asks him to talk there. Meanwhile, Jihan also starts listening to their conversation. Do-han starts saying something about their contract, but Nian stops him so that Jihan does not hear it. After this, Do-han tells Nian that someone came to his studio and tore his plane ticket. From their conversation, Jihan comes to know that soon they are going to leave everything here and go to New York. They were also talking about the marriage register, so Jihan cannot stop himself, and he goes out to ask about this. Do-han is surprised to see him here. Meanwhile, Chae-won meets the same man whom Jihan had earlier sent Nian to meet. The man tells her that rumors are spreading about her marrying Do-han. Chae-won clears the misunderstanding, saying she isn't marrying him and is actually preparing a gift for someone else. Min Wong, sitting nearby, overhears everything. Hearing this, he recalls Soo-jung once saying that Chae-won might like Jihan. He begins to suspect that the gift might be meant for Jihan. Chae-won explains that she came only to find out which girl Jihan had sent in her place the previous day. She mentions Nian's name and says she saw Jihan and Nian together the night before, looking very happy. Min Wong immediately goes to Soo-jung and tells him that Chae-won may truly like Jihan. He also reveals that Jihan had sent Nian on a blind date with someone else, possibly to push her toward another man, so that he could later marry Do-han and secure control of the company. Min Wong worries about what will happen to him if that happens. Soo-jung then tells him that Jihan already has a girlfriend, someone his employee saw with him in a hotel in Busan. Just then, Song overhears their conversation and starts questioning them, but they avoid answering and keep silent. In the next scene, Jihan goes home with Do-han and asks him what they are going to do. Do-han tells him that they are registering their marriage. To this, Jihan says what will happen to him in the company. Do-han gets very angry and says that he doesn't know about his life. What will he think about the company? He even says that he feels suffocated here because of Jihan, so he wants to go away from all this. And then he starts questioning Jihan about what he was doing in Nian's house at that time. He warns him to stay away from Nian. If he doesn't listen to him, then the relationship between the two brothers will end. Jihan was heartbroken to hear that her brother is talking about ending the relationship with her for marriage. Then we see Chae-won. Do-han's grandfather had called him to meet her because he was apologizing. See, he first asked Chae-won to marry Do-han, and now he himself is getting her married to someone else. But grandfather is shocked when Chae-won asks for Jihan in exchange for Do-han. There, Song was watching the CCTV footage of the hotel, in which she saw Jihan and Nian together, and she was thinking what should she do about it. Meanwhile, Nian was getting worried, thinking that because of her there might be a problem between Do-han and Jihan had told her last night in a drunken state that he likes her, but she was not sure because he was drunk. There, in the office, Jihan was also remembering what Do-han had said. Eun-taek calls him inside. He was worried about Jihan because he had not contacted him for so long, and this had never happened before. Eun-taek was thinking that Jihan might have been kidnapped, but Jihan tells him that there is nothing like that. He is worried because he wasted time on Nian, because Do-han is planning to register his marriage with him and go to New York. Eun-taek tells him that he cannot go because the work of that shopping mall is about to start. He came to know that Chae-won met the chairman, and then they talked about the mall, and Chae-won is handling the work of this mall herself. If Do-han leaves, then this shopping mall will flop. Then we see Do-han. He called Mr. Kim and got cameras installed in his studio. He also wanted help from him. Meanwhile, the chairman came to the temple for Do-han and Nian's wedding. Then Kim tells him that Do-han does not want Nian's name to be in the press release that he has prepared about Nian. He does not want anyone to know about it, and people criticize him. There, Nian goes to Jihan's office to give him his clothes. Jihan was also with Chae-won. Jihan was feeling sorry that he is not able to do anything for Chae-won while she is helping them in the shopping mall. Then Chae-won asks him about Nian and says that she saw them both together outside the hotel. Jihan was looking very comfortable with her. They both were looking very close. Jihan clarifies that there is nothing like that. She is a very bad girl. He starts bad-mouthing Nian when Nian comes there and hits him with a bag on his head. She says that how can he say such bad things about her? She always treated him like a villain. Then she says that he is Do-han's brother, and that's why she is letting him go. Then we see Song. She meets reporter Kang, who had written the same article about Do-han and Chae-won. Song shows him the photo of Jihan and Nian and tells him that Do-han is going to marry her, and she wants to find out about this girl. She feels that something is going on between Jihan and this girl, so she wants to write an article about it. In the next scene, we see Nian. She got an offer for a role, but she refuses. She tells her mother that she has to act somewhere else at that time. Then it is shown in the news that Min Wong and Song are working as valeters today because it was their mother's memorial day, and Nian wanted to meet Do-han's mother today. So Do-han comes to pick her up. Jihan was also with them. On the way, Nian and Jihan were just arguing. When they reach the memorial hall, they see Chae-won. Her grandfather had also called him here. After reaching inside, her grandfather introduces Nian to his daughter and tells her that she is her future daughter-in-law. Then, while leaving from here, Mr. Kim is telling Nian about her family. He tells that Jihan did not know who her mother is. Here, in the flashback, we see that when Jihan was young, the same reporter Kang himself took Jihan with him by telling him that he was her mother's friend, and the day her mother had an accident, it was raining heavily, and he was avoiding the reporters. The chairman had seen the accident in front of his eyes, and he was still regretting the decision he had. Yoon Tak and Mr. Kim tells that Jihan is also in the same pain. That is why he is still afraid of rain. Then, Nian remembers the plane incident. After this, when everyone was talking, Jihan was praising Chaewon in front of everyone that she is helping in the shopping mall and was trying to tease Nian. Nian was also scaring Jihan by showing some other video to grandfather. Meanwhile, they come to know that grandfather had made a promise to Chaewon. Then, when everyone was leaving, grandfather asks Jihan to come with him and Chaewon, but then reporter Kang also comes there because he knew that by coming here, he could get news for the article. He shows his injury, which he got from him. She was injured in an accident. He starts asking Jihan about her injuries too. Then grandfather gets very angry with him. The situation had worsened, so Dohan asks Jihan to go with Neon, and then that reporter also recognized Neon. When Jihan and Neon are going, Neon sees that someone was following them, and that reporter was Kang. So she somehow dodges him by increasing the speed of the car, and then they go to a cafe. Neon was understanding Jihan's pain. She did not want to interfere in their family matter, but she tells Jihan that she wants to talk to him. He can share his thoughts. After this, both of them go for a walk. Then Neon assures him that he is right for Dohan, and she will always take care of him. On the other hand, we see Dohan. He had brought his grandfather home. He knew that Chaewon likes Jihan, and he understood that his grandfather must have promised to give Jihan to him. So he tries to explain to Chaewon that he should not have done this. He should have asked Jihan first. Chaewon believed that if Jihan liked her, he would still like to like her. So she will tell him about this soon. On the other hand, Neon had come to meet Dohan's mother again. She apologizes to her that even though she is their fake daughter-in-law, she will take very good care of Dohan. Jihan was watching her from a distance. The rain was getting heavy. Then Niani comes running towards him and is about to fall when Jihan catches her, but the umbrella slips from her hand. Here we see that when Jihan was at Nayan's house, Neon had come to see him. She was in a hurry. He was asking the boy from that date to apologize to Neon. Jihan is in a church, confessing to the priest that he has fallen in love with a girl he doesn't want to. He asks for a spell to get rid of his feelings, but the priest says it's not a sin and advises him to accept his emotions instead of running from them. Neon worries about Jihan after he returned home in the rain. Seeing him later with an umbrella, Sujung and Taemin assume she's acting. Jihan feels oddly relieved after leaving the church, but still wants to get Neon out of his mind. He prays and searches online for ways to forget her, but nothing works. Later, seeing Dohan, Jihan goes to sleep. Dohan came to apologize, but Neon had angrily told him to end the relationship. Jihan is conflicted about leaving home and unsure how to face Dohan. Dohan visits his grandfather, worried but confused about why the reporter is still after them. His grandfather tells him he must take a position in the company to handle these problems and also asks to meet Nian's family, as the reporter is targeting both of them. Meanwhile, Chaewon asks Jihan about his health. He says he's fine now. Song appears and notes she knows Chaewon likes her brother. Chaewon also says that she knows that she was the one who sent that reporter to the memorial hall and tells her to stay away from Jihan and Dohan. Song laughs at her because she understood from Chaewon's words that he likes Jihan. That's why she sends him the photos of Jihan and Neon. There, Neon goes to Dohan's studio because he had called her to meet him, but the door was not opening. Then Huyan comes there and asks her if Dohan is marrying him. He was very curious to meet her, so he leaves, saying that he will meet her next time. Neon also finds it very strange. As soon as he left, Dohan also reached there and tells her that his grandfather wants to meet his family. They should do something soon to avoid gossip and scandal, so they fix the date of the meeting next week. After this, Dohan goes to drop Neon home. Neon was thinking about Jihan, that what will happen when she will come to know about the family meeting. So now she herself wanted to talk to him and wanted to convince him for their marriage. Then she tells her family about the meeting. They get angry that she should have told them earlier. They have not even made any preparations. Whenever there is a great deal of fun in both the families, they have to look good and do everything well. The next day, we see Jihan in the office. He was working a lot these days. He was thinking that there is something going on because Jihan was taking her to language classes at the yoga center these days, but he doesn't tell anything even when Young asks. On the other hand, Neon is telling her friends about the family meeting when Yant comes there, and he gets to know that Jia is meeting Yant these days. Then Neon asks him about Jihan, who was in the class right now, but Jihan leaves the class after giving Neon's photo on the cover of a book and goes away in a carry-on. When he sees Neon singing a song there, he gets shocked that what is she doing everywhere? How can she do so many things? Then, while going home, on the request of a couple, he starts taking their photo. Nian is also seen in it. Seeing her, he runs away from there. And then when he goes home, Nian had also reached there. She had come there to plan a meeting. Even then, Jihan ignores her and goes to his room. Nian felt that Jihan is angry with her, so she asks him for dinner. He refuses. Jihan was running away from her. Na was replying to her message, so Nian felt that he is angry because of the family meeting. Jihan tells her that she does not need to worry about it. He does not even want to talk to her, and he will not come to the meeting either. In the next scene, we see Jihan. He was working late, so Chaewon takes him out to make him feel relaxed. They play games and have a lot of fun. Dohan thanks him for today. Then Chaewon also asks him if she was his crush, his first love. Chaewon tells him that she was in the shopping mall because of Dohan. She is helping Jihan not because of him, but because of him. She confesses that she likes Jihan. Jihan was surprised to hear this. In the next scene, we see reporter Kang. He was watching the video outside Dohan's studio, in which he sees Hyeon and Neon. The next day, Neon and her family came to meet Dohan's family already. Jihan was also there, even though he had refused. Then everyone starts talking while eating. Dohan and Neon had already talked about this conversation, that who will behave in what way in whose family. Neon knew that if someone says anything to her sister Soo-jung, then she is one of those who will reply back. And Dohan knew very well that Min Wang has a habit of making fun of others. So he makes fun of Taemin over something, but he was no less. He also loses the matter of Min Wang's stock scandal. After all this, grandfather tells that they are going to release a press release regarding the marriage, but he will not reveal Nyanyan's identity. Neon's mother doesn't like this. She starts saying what is the problem with her daughter. Then Jihan speaks for Neon in front of everyone, that he wants to protect her. If everyone comes to know about Neon, the media will trouble Neon, and he also doesn't want his daughter to face any trouble. Neon said that she doesn't care about strangers, but if something happens to her family, she will feel very bad. Neon is a very good person. Neon was very surprised to hear such things about herself from Jihan. Neon's family was now happy with Jihan's word. They all leave, but Neon stayed there. After this, she calls Jihan and brings him to meet her. She tells Jihan that she felt very bad when he refused to come, and then he came to the meeting and supported her. Then she felt very good. Then she asks that he was not going to come to the meeting, then why did he change his mind? Then Jihan tells her that he has accepted her and Dohan as a couple. Then he gives her a paper bird and leaves, saying that he is hopeful that both of them will be happy together. But Neon was not able to accept this. So the next day, she meets Jia in the garage and asks him about Jihan's behavior, threatens him that if he does not tell anything, then she will tell Jia that Yoon-taek contacted Jia only to find out about her. Then he tells that maybe Jihan now wants some peace. He has understood that he cannot do anything. The chairman has accepted Neon, and now the family meeting has also been done. Now Jihan does not want to waste his time. He will just focus on his work. On the other hand, Soo-jung was listening to Dohan and Mr. Kim's conversation. Dohan was not able to understand how her grandfather agreed to her marriage so easily, whereas she thought that he did not like Neon, but now he is ready for everything. Then Mr. Kim tells her that maybe he could not help his daughter Sui then, and he still feels guilty about it. That is why he is helping her now. After listening to her, Soo-jung, she takes Min Wang home, while her plan was to have dinner with grandfather. She tells him that she supported Neon to snatch the company from Dohan, but now, because of him, grandfather and Dohan have come even closer. That is why they will have to make a big splash now. There were a lot of rumors about Dohan and his would-be wife, so while finding out the reporter, Neon reaches his house, but his family sends him away from there, making some excuse. Meanwhile, in the office too, Jihan's colleagues were discussing Dohan's marriage, that his would-be wife is from a middle-class family. If the media gets to know about it, they will harass her. That is why Neon also left her house and went to Dohan's house so that no one disturbs her family. Here, Yoon-taek was in Jia's cafe, so Jia asks him if he likes her, but he says that he likes the coffee here. In the next scene, we see grandfather. Song was also there. Grandfather was getting angry at Min Wang and Soo-jung because he thought that both of them had informed the family's matter to the reporters. But this was Song's work. That's why he was enjoying seeing them getting scolded. Then Soo-jung also saw Song laughing, so later he asks her if this was her work. Then she also accepts that she has done this. She says that when she saved Min Wang in the drink and crying case, now he can at least do this much for her. Anyway, if they tell the truth to grandfather, he will not believe, and then laughing at him, she leaves. On the other hand, Neon had also come to Dohan's house. She was thinking that everyone is worried because of him, so he should come out in front of everyone and give an interview. He should tell everyone about himself. Then Dohan refuses and apologizes to her that because of him, she has to bear so much till now. After a while, Jihan also comes home and goes to take a bath. He thought that there is no one in the house, so he comes out like this, but suddenly gets scared after seeing Nean in front of him. Later, she tells Jihan that her eyesight is weak. She was not even wearing glasses, so she does not need to wear them. Then Dohan says that she had undergone a surgery last year. Then Neon starts staring at him. She starts apologizing to him that all this is her mistake. She should have told him about coming here earlier. Then Jihan leaves, saying that it is his mistake. Now he has to keep his Bobby safe anyway. Here, he was behaving very normal, but as soon as he came out, he was very angry that he will have to stay here with Nian. The next day, when Nian's sister is cleaning her room, she accidentally touches her and Dohan. When Nian sees the marriage contact of Dohan, she is shocked to see it. Nian wakes up up and sees that Do-han was not there, but Ji-han was making breakfast and then gives him food as well. He repeatedly tells her that Bobby, and when Neon asks him to help her, he refuses because he wanted to be good for her. Later, when Neon is throwing garbage in the dustbin, she sees a lot of paper birds in a polythene, just like Ji-han had given her. She takes them and goes to Ji-han, and wishes are made as many times as they are folded. She shows her paper bird and asks him what he wished for, because he has been behaving very strangely since that day. Is he really happy with her and Do-han's marriage? He says that he has wasted a lot of time by being against the marriage earlier, but now he is feeling very relaxed. When he starts leaving, Neon stops him. He says that by interfering in his thing, he is ruining his life. Crossing the line. In the next scene, we see Do-han. He goes to the studio and finds that the lock panel was open. He checks the CCTV footage and sees Huyan talking to Neon. He asks Neon about this, and she says that she met him and she understood that he was Do-han's ex. He also finds out that she has found out about Neon and their marriage. After this, Do-han meets Huyan and asks him why he met Neon. He says that it was just a coincidence. Then Do-han tells him that there are too many coincidences happening with him these days. Someone is taking his photos secretly. The studio lights go off. Someone comes to meet his would-be wife. He warns Huyan to stay away from Neon and asks him to stop all this and leaves. Outside, we see the same reporter, Kang, who was taking his photos. He takes these photos and goes to Song and tells him that Do-han must have some connection with that man. There is something interesting in this. Song asks him to find out more about her. In return for all this, Kang wanted that the blame for his mother's death be dropped from him, but Song refuses to do so. She says that even though his mother had abandoned him, she was still his mother. Even if she is working with Kang for her own selfish reasons, she cannot say that she is responsible for his mother's death. On the other hand, Ji-han meets Chaewon and tells her that now Neon will stay with them, and she is no longer against Neon. Next day, Neon hides her face and tells her friend she goes to meet them so that no one recognizes her. She tells them that Ji-han has accepted her, but this thing was making her feel very heavy. So her friend explains to her that she should leave all this and just think about her marriage. After this, when she goes there, her sister, Soo-jung, and Tae-min were there, and she had the same contact. As soon as Soo-jung sees Neon, she gets angry at her. After this, they go inside. Soo-jung was very angry at her that how can she do a fake marriage? Has she gone mad? Neon tells her that till date she has done everything for her dreams, and now this is her first lead role. Earlier, she had refused Do-han, but she requested a lot, and for this, she is getting a good amount of money. She has to tell many lies every day, but this is a good job for her. Soo-young was also understanding her words, but she did not want her parents to know about this. So she says that when the contract ends, she will quietly leave. On the other hand, we see Neon's father drinking with Do-han. He wanted that after marriage, Do-han should take good care of his daughter and let her do whatever she wants. Do-han also agrees to everything he says. Neon's father had drunk too much, so Do-han came to drop him home. Soo-young was staring at him and was repeatedly talking about keeping an eye on him. After this, when Do-han goes home, he sees Neon. Do-han was also drunk. He tells Neon that he is very happy, and he does not worry about anything. He will be a good husband, and she can do whatever she wants to do. He will even take care of Neon from now on. Meanwhile, Ji-han also comes, and he sees them together. Later, when Neon is alone, Ji-han comes to her and tells her that she should not worry and should just trust her decision. Then Neon tells him that she is feeling very strange about marriage and can ignore everything, but she does not know why she is not worried about Ji-han. She is feeling upset. Then she asks Ji-han if he is happy about the marriage. Will it not affect him and Do-han's marriage? Then Ji-han also says yes. Then, when he goes to the room, Neon had left a note for him, that with this he can fulfill his wish. Then he says to himself that now he will just pretend. The next day, Neon goes with Do-han to see the wedding dress. She had already worn many such dresses in many acts, so she was not so excited, but Do-han wanted her to act well this time. So Neon tries another dress and then shows it to Do-han, but he was not there. Suddenly, Ji-han comes there, takes her hand, and takes her with him. And when he is taking her, we come to know that when he met Huyan, then he came to know the truth of Do-han being gay. At that time, Ji-han says to Huyan that when his brother did not tell him this truth, then why is he telling him? Huyan believed that by doing this he can get Do-han away, but Ji-han tells him that he will not let his brother go away, and warns Huyan that if his brother gets hurt even a little, he will not spare him. Ji-han now understood why Do-han used to say that he has a secret and he cannot trust anyone. In front of Huyan, he supported Do-han, but in his heart he was very angry with Do-han that he is so selfish and is marrying Neon for his own benefit. After this, Ji-han takes Neon from the store. On the other hand, Do-han gets a call from Huyan, who was threatening him that this time he did not do much, but if he crossed the line again, he will not let him go easily. But Do-han did not know anything. Before he could ask anything, the call gets disconnected. Here, Neon was also not able to understand anything. She stops Jihan and asks him, "What is all this?" Jihan tells her not to marry Do-han, and she had said that she feels bad about him and she will not be able to be happy with him before it is too late. They decide to get married and think over this decision once again. Then they both go home. Do-han is surprised to see them and wonders what they are doing together. Then Neon takes Jihan's side and says that he had called her to the store to pick her up. She was a little confused about the marriage, but is feeling better now. Do-han gets angry at her that she should have at least told him how upset he was. Then Neon says sorry to him, that she will not do this in future. Later, Neon was thinking about everything alone. She felt that she and Jihan like each other. At the same time, Do-han also felt that something must have happened between these two. While sleeping, he also messages Huyan to ask about the day's incident, but no reply comes. On the other hand, Neon was also worried, and Jihan was also not able to sleep peacefully. Then we see Song, who came to know that grandfather is going to give the company to Do-han, so she was angry at him that why is he giving the company to her? Because of them, her mother died. Then grandfather says that he feels that her mother died because of Jihan and Do-han, but then he does not tell anything further. He just tells her to focus on her work. Song was very angry, so the reporter calls Kang that she has accepted his offer because now she was very curious to know about her mother's accident, and asks him to find out about the man in the photo. Kang was just outside Huyan's studio. On the other hand, we see Neon and Jihan at home. Jihan felt that Neon does not know the truth about Do-han, so he was asking her a lot of questions about how long they both have been dating. He never felt anything strange about Do-han. Is she really like Do-han? So he was not letting her go. Then, the heroine also says that yes, she likes Do-han so much that she is crazy for him. That is why she wants to marry him. Hearing this, Jihan feels bad, but he can also do it. Do-han also comes there. Seeing him, Jihan leaves from there. Do-han feels very strange that what has happened to her since yesterday. That is why Neon handles the matter by saying something and tells him that she wants to go to meet her parents, wants to spend time with her family before marriage. Jihan also hears her. In the next scene, he was sleeping in the office when Yoon-taek comes. He tells him that he is just hiding. He cannot even pretend to be fine, and then tells Yoon-taek that if he gets any post or information related to the company or their family, then he must tell him. Then he starts thinking to himself that will it be easy for Do-han to leave the company? When he tells all the things about Yoon-taek to Kim, then he is very surprised that what happened to Jihan. Neon felt that something was wrong because she understood that Jihan was tense. On the other hand, Neon's family was resetting her room because she was coming back. Her mother was worried that she might have had a fight with Do-han, but her father said that Do-han is a very good boy and he trusts his daughter. Whatever she does will be right. Neon also came here. She was listening to their conversation, but then Soo-jung also comes. Everyone comes to know that Neon has come and she has heard their conversation. Later, Soo-jung takes her alone and asks her if everything is fine. Why did she come back suddenly? Neon tells her that now she feels bad for her parents. She hid the truth from everyone. She was about to quit acting, but she is so greedy. She should be ashamed of herself. But Soo-jung explains to her that there is nothing like that. If she is happy, then everything is good. She also got married because of greed, and now they both are so happy. Being greedy is not wrong. Then we see Chaewon. She was messaging Jihan for a long time, but he was not replying. Then she meets her father, and in the course of conversation, she says that everything is going well with her. Only one thing is missing. It is a little difficult to get him. Her father also used to say that she can do whatever she wants to get him. He is always with her. There, Jihan was just outside Neon's house and was thinking how to break Neon's marriage. He cannot even tell her the truth about Do-han. Then he sees Neon's nephew and asks him about Neon. He tells that his aunt has gone to act today. In return, Jihan gives him some money. And then we see Neon with Jia and Yang Ai at the shooting location. Neon had got a replacement role here and had come here just to feel relaxed. After a while, Jihan reaches here with Yoon-taek on the pretext of bringing lunch for the staff. And then when he sees Neon, he asks about her role. She tells that she becomes a freedom fighter. And then she asks Jihan what he is doing here. Then she comes to know that he has come here with lunch, but then she leaves from there without talking. On the other hand, Jia also ignores Yoon-taek regarding the cafe matter and leaves. Then Yang A tells him that if he gives him a discount on LG Cosmetics or LG Hotel, then she will give him information about Jia. Later, when the shooting was going on, Jihan is impressed by Neon's acting. And after the shooting, he tells Neon that she acts very well. He also says that he is also acting, but is not able to do it well. He has come to know something like this. which she should not have known. Then Neon says that her situation is also similar. She is also just pretending to be fine. On the other hand, Do-han goes to meet Huyan, but he was not there. Then he goes to meet grandfather because he wanted to meet him. He wanted Do-han to attend the board meeting. She should now start managing the company. Then Do-han says that there is still a lot of gossip going on about her and Neon, but grandfather says that later these gossips will increase even more, so she will have to take her position quickly so that she can keep others safe along with herself. On the other hand, Jihan comes home with Neon. Then he sees Chaewon waiting for him. Jihan was not picking her call, so she came just for this. In the course of conversation, Chaewon tells Neon that they all are going to become a family now. She likes Jihan. That's why she was jealous after seeing him with Neon, and now she tries her best to make Jihan her own. In the next scene, Chaewon and Jihan are drinking together. Then she asks Jihan if there is something going on between him and Neon. The same thing has been bothering her for a long time. That is why she cannot ignore it now. If there is something, she can tell him. But Jihan still does not say anything, so she leaves. On the other hand, Neon was sitting with Do-han. She was thinking about what Chaewon had said. Do-han tells her that Huyan had called him. He thought that she had told his secret to someone. After that, when grandfather called him, he was very scared. But they talked about the company. Next time you buy something, remember the little clay ship that brought it to you. Then we see Jihan. He reaches home. Do-han was sitting alone. He suddenly tells Do-han that Neon is crazy about him, but he likes Neon how much? Does he even like her or not? And then he asks Do-han to leave Neon and not marry her. Do-han was getting angry at what nonsense he is talking about. Then both of them have an argument, and both start fighting. Jihan gets very angry with Do-han. He stops punching him and says that he does what he wants, and he doesn't care about others. 5 years ago, when he left, his mother had died. He never told her anything about himself. He lived his life according to his wish, but still he remained silent because he felt that his brother would not be able to trust him. He believed that his parents died because of him, and his step-siblings had become his enemies. That's why he can't tell his secret, but at least he could tell Neon. Saying this, he leaves. Do-han also understood that Jihan has come to know his truth. There, Neon was also thinking about her feelings for Jihan at home. Then Jihan calls her out because he was near her house. When Neon sees the injury marks on his face, Jihan tells her what happened between him and Do-han. Then he confesses to Neon that he likes her. He can't act anymore. He thought that he would trap Neon in his love, but everything turned upside down. Now he has started liking Neon. That's why he wants to marry her. Neon thought it was a joke, but Jihan tells her that this is not a joke. Hearing his words, Neon felt very strange. She left from there in anger, but then she came back and got angry at him that she is going to be his future. So how can he do this? While hitting him, she started crying that he put her in such a situation. Jihan was surprised to see her like this because he also understood that she also likes him. So he hugs her and then apologizes. Neon then starts shouting at him and says that he has confused her. What should she do now? She was not able to hide her feelings anymore, so she kisses Jihan, and then Jihan also comes close to her and kisses her. After breaking their feelings from each other, Neon and Jihan were a little nervous. Neon was thinking, what will they do with Do-han and the others now? She was still very confused. What should he do? Then Jihan says that why shouldn't they just think about themselves right now? He had not even thought that Neon would also like him. So they decide that instead of wasting time thinking about all this, they should spend time together for at least one day. So they catch a bus, which takes them as far away as possible. On the other hand, Do-han was getting upset thinking about the things said by Jihan, that he has become a selfish person in Jihan's eyes. He thinks of calling her, but does not have the courage. Here, Jihan and Neon are together. They reach the beach and sit on the shore and talk a lot. Jihan thought that all this was like a dream, that he is also sitting with Neon, so he tells her that instead of thinking about anyone else, they will focus on each other for the next 24 hours. They eat, go shopping, and spend a lot of good time together. There, Do-han goes to meet Huyan and asks him why he was ignoring his calls. He shouts at him that why did he tell Jihan his truth. Then Huyan tells that a reporter had come to meet him, and reporter Kang cuts him off. Do-han felt that Huyan told that reporter his truth too. Reporter Kang came to meet Huyan because he wanted to know what is the relationship between Neon and Do-han. He seems close to both of them, and if Huyan helps him, he will also give him some money and will keep his identity secret. But Huyan refused to tell him anything. Do-han did not trust him at all, so he starts leaving. Then Huyan tells him that if someone like this is not there, then he will tell him that he is not going to tell him anything. Is he doing the right thing by marrying someone he doesn't love? He always runs away in the fear that his truth might come out in front of everyone, but Do-han ignores him and goes away. On the other side, Neon and Jihan are going cycling when a woman asks them for help in carrying some stuff, and they help, but the woman puts them to work in the fields. Neon knew how to do it, but Jihan was very tired, and in this process, he even hurt his hand. Later, the woman feeds them food, and they get late, so they stay there. Then we see Song, who was with reporter Kang. Kang could not find out anything from Huyan, but he had something which shocked Song a lot, and these were photos of Nian and Jihan in which they were kissing. Seeing this, Song was very happy because she had a solid proof. Kang had sent his men behind Jihan and Nian, and then he reminds Song of his promise that now it is her turn to ask Song to free her from the blame of her mother's accident. She says that she is currently finding the CCTV footage and witnesses of that accident. Then we see Nian open her eyes and see that Jihan was not there. Then she goes outside. Jihan was sitting alone there. He was not able to sleep. He wished that this night never ends. He tells that he wanted to seduce Nian, but then he realized that he has fallen in love with her. Then Nian also tells him that when he accepted her and Dohan, she was feeling very bad, but then when he took her from the dress shop, she was very happy. Now, both of them were thinking that they are going to face a lot of difficulties, so why not tell them about their feelings? Then we see Mr. Kim. He was telling the chairman that what he had said, he is going to post that personal rating tomorrow. Then the chairman tells that Dohan is going to take charge of his company soon, but he thought of giving a new post to Jihan. Then he says that he is in charge of LG Shopping Mall, and he has a very good reputation in Taeyeon Group, i.e. Chaewon's father's company, so he is perfect for this post. On the other hand, Jihan had come to drop Neon at the hospital. Neon wanted to tell the truth to Dohan, but Jihan tells her that he will talk to Dohan. He is worried about his brother and does not want to hurt her, so he will talk in his own way, and he has to talk to her about something else. For this, he asks for some time from Nyanyan, that he will not take much time, but till then, she will have to trust him. The next day, Yoon Taek comes to Jia with a lot of good food which he has cooked himself, and in this, Young Ai supports him, saying that this poor guy has cooked so much food alone, he has also become weak. Seeing them both getting so close together, Jia gets jealous and goes on the pretext of going to the washroom. When Young Ai eats a little food from that box, Yoon Taek stops her, saying that this is for Jia, and gives her something else to eat. Then Jia sees them both and again misunderstands. Then Yoon Taek goes to convince her and tells her that he likes her, but he didn't tell her that day because he thought that someone else might reject him, and he was close to Young Ai too because she was giving him his information. Then Jia gets angry at him that he shouldn't do too much for others. This makes her jealous, and then she kisses him, while inside, Young Ai feels like vomiting after seeing all this. She wonders why she has to see all this. There, Jihan calls Dohan, that he has to talk about something important. Dohan was worried about the reporter work right now, so he asks to talk later. After a while, Yoon Taek reaches the office and finds out that Jihan has been made the team leader and Dohan the team director. Yesterday, the chairman was probably talking about this post. After a while, the chairman also arrives and praises Jihan that he has done a very good job and says that next time he should have dinner with his grandfather. Yoon Taek is completely shocked, and all the other employees are also very surprised. That is the chairman really his grandfather? Yoon Taek was very happy for him because Jihan had always dreamt of this day, but Jihan was not able to understand what happened. Then Yoon Taek says that the chairman has told him that he is his grandson in front of everyone. All this has happened because of Chaewon. He is in touch with the chairman. Maybe the chairman is happy that he and Chaewon get married before Dohan. He asks Jihan when is he getting married to Chaewon, but Jihan gets even more upset. So he goes to talk to Chaewon and tells her that he likes Neon. Chaewon feels bad, but she laughs and says that she has got whatever she wanted till date, and the same will happen this time too. Then she asks him if he is not worried about Dohan, and that he will leave everything he has achieved for Nyanyo. What will people say? Can he handle all this? Then Jihan says yes. Then she asks if Nyan will be fine. She will be branded as cheating on her husband for her brother. Saying this, she leaves. Meanwhile, we see Min Wang. She was very angry that grandfather has made all the preparations to give the company to Dohan. She can handle Dohan, but Jihan is out of her control. It is difficult to get a company with her around. But Song was completely carefree because she had that photo, and she also asked Min Wang and Soo Jung to stay calm. After Song leaves, Soo Jung tells Min that they should look at their own benefits. They will have to support either Dohan or Jihan or Song. On the other side, Nian's family is watching a drama, and Nian is also there. In the drama, the hero is in love with his Bobby, so they say that both of them are innocent. However, Nian's family reacts by saying how wrong this is, and that the girl is cheating on her husband. After listening to them, Nian goes to her room and tells herself that if it were not about Dohan's secret, she would have told the truth. Then she hears a sound and sees that Jihan has come outside. The two of them start walking together. Jihan says that he wanted to see Nian, which is why he came. Nian asks if he talked to Dohan. He refuses, saying that he will talk to him later. He then tells her that everyone in the company now knows that he is the chairman's grandson, and soon Do-han will get the company, which is what he wants. Still, he is not excited. Nian says that it is all because of her. If he stays with her, he will be pushed away from the company. Jihan replies that it is not because of her, and that he can leave everything to stay with her. Then we see Do-han in his studio. Song comes there, first trying to convince him to become the team director. She then shows him the same photo of Jihan and Nian. He is very shocked to see it. Later, he calls Nian and asks her to meet him. On the other hand, Min Wang and Sejin come to meet Chaewon. Since they are on the side of Jihan and Do-han, they try to woo Chaewon so that she helps them. Chaewon agrees, but asks what she will get in return. They tell her that Song is going to do something against Jihan. After this, Chaewon goes straight to Song and threatens her, saying that if she does anything wrong, she will expose her scandal in front of everyone. Then no one will support her, and the company will be the first to throw her out. Meanwhile, Jihan is at home. When he reaches there, he sees that Do-han is not there, even though he was just in the studio with Nian. Before Nian can tell him whether she likes Jihan or not, Do-han speaks. He says that he was not sure after seeing the photo, but after Nian's reaction, he is now absolutely sure. Nian apologizes to him. Then Do-han asks when all this started. Was it when Jihan came to know the truth about him being gay? Nian asks when Jihan came to know about this. Do-han replies that it has been going on ever since he found out, and no one knew that all of this was fake. At that moment, Jihan also arrives and overhears their conversation. Then, in a flashback, we see that Nian and Do-han used to study together. They were having breakup drinks because fake news about their relationship had spread in school. Nian did this to hide Do-han's truth because everyone thought of her as a guess. They had been best friends since school. Do-han asks Nian if she regretted this relationship. Maybe she had a crush on him. Nian replies that it is not like that. Friendship is more important to her, and right now, Do-han is important to her. Then Do-han tells Nian about his younger brother, saying that he also says the same, that he is important to him. That day, Do-han promised himself that he would always protect his only friend, Nian, and his brother, Jihan, no matter what happens. Then we see the present scene when Do-han comes to know about Nian and Jihan's relationship, and when Jihan tells Do-han, he overhears her saying that their marriage is fake. Jihan gets angry and starts to leave. Nian stops him. Then he gets angry at her that she knew from the beginning that it was Do-han's secret, and to hide it, they were going to do a fake marriage, but she hid this thing from him as well. They had promised not to hide anything from each other, but she made a fool of him. Jihan thought that Nian told Do-han about him, but Do-han comes and shows the same photo and tells him whom Song had brought. He does not know her secret yet, but will know soon. He is keeping an eye on all of them, and the reporter had also gone to meet Huyan, so things can get worse by doing all this between them. Jihan was not able to understand what he should do, so he leaves. Nian was not liking it at all. Then Do-han says that they will still get married. If she considers him her friend, then she should think about it once. In the next scene, we see Nian at her home. Then Do-han comes and tells her family that they are not happy with the marriage. Nian has come to take her, as she has to make preparations for the wedding. After leaving from there, Nian apologizes to Do-han that she could not fulfill her promise and likes Jihan a lot, and then asks if he cannot stop the wedding. Do-han says that it is okay. If she does not want to marry, then they should go to New York as they had planned, and he wants to hide his secret from everyone. Nian says that she cannot pretend anymore, and leaves from there after saying sorry to him. Then we see Jihan. He was in the office. He gets Nian's call, but he rejects it. Then Nian messages him and tells him that she is standing outside his office right now. He goes to meet her. Nian asks why he is not picking up her call and why he is ignoring her. Then Jihan says that now he cannot trust her. She left even her brother for him, who was everything for her. He is feeling so bad that he took the risk of his life, but everything went in vain. And then, saying this, he leaves. Nian goes to her friend. She was very upset at that time. She gets a call from Chaewon, who asks her to meet her. There, Chaewon asks Nian that Jihan told her that he likes her, so does she also have any feelings for Jihan? She says yes. Chaewon asks her if she doesn't care about Do-han. She says that she cares a lot for both Jihan and Do-han, and wants to protect them. Both of them had drunk too much. Then Nian tells her that Jihan is ignoring her. Chaewon says that then she still has a chance. She should go to Jihan. Nian says that there is no chance. They are just not talking for some time, and if Jihan goes away, then she will not let him go. She can leave everything for him. On the other hand, Jihan goes to meet Do-han at his studio and says that at first he was ashamed of his brother, not because he is gay, but because he is using Nian to hide his secret. If he was worried about Nian, he would not have involved her in this. While leaving, he says that if he leaves Nian, he will not ask her to take care of the company. On reaching home, he gets Nian's call. She was drunk. Jihan quickly reaches her, and she was waiting for him. And then, when he is bringing her on his back, Nian says that she has also made a paper screen, and is heterosexual so that Jihan does not get hurt. She did not know that hiding the truth would hurt him so much. If she had told the truth about the fake marriage, she would have to face punishment from Do-han. He also has to tell the truth about being gay. Then she asks if folding these paper screens really fulfills the mission. At first, Jihan refuses but gives Neon a set and says that, "Let's do this work." She becomes very happy. Later, when Neon opens her eyes, she sees Jihan in front of her. She does not believe it because he had said that he does not want to see her. Jihan says that he was not able to understand how to react, but he was also feeling bad in his mind. Neon wanted to tell her something, but Jihan refuses, saying that he does not want to get hurt by knowing anything else. He is just happy that Neon does not have any feelings for Do-han, and then apologizes to her that this will not happen again. Then Neon also apologizes to him. In the next scene, we see Jihan meeting Song. He tells her not to do anything against Do-han and Neon. He needs the company, and without them, grandfather will not give him the company. Do-han has no interest in the company. Both of them are brothers. If they back out, then the company will be given to her in the end. But Song does not agree. Then Jihan begs her. Then Song asks her to plead properly. Then Jihan sits on his knees and says sorry to her, and also that he will go away from her sight. Song also agrees, and later happily goes to grandfather. Then, from outside, she hears that Mr. Kim is telling grandfather that Song does not know why the reporter is in contact with whom, and that she is finding out about her mother's accident. Kim said that if he gives some shares to Song, then she will not do this. But grandfather refuses to give her anything. Then Song comes inside and says, why will she not get anything? Grandfather asks her what she is doing with the reporter. Why is that Do-han and Jihan are after her mother? And what does she want to know? Then Song says that why is he so scared of her? What is he hiding? She just wants to know about her mother's accident and that she should not tell this company to anyone. Then grandfather says that she has become blind in greed. He will not give her any more chance and asks her to leave again. While leaving from here, Song calls reporter Kang. The next day, that photo of Neon and Jihan was published, and an article was printed on it that a girl seduced two brothers. Neon did not know about it till now. She was in Jia's cafe when Jung comes and tells her about the article. She and Jia thought that all this is fake, but Neon says that this is true. She felt bad, but was happy that only she has been blamed in all this, and not Jihan. Then she goes home. On the other hand, grandfather scolds Jihan very badly and asks her to make a press release and tell everyone that all this is a lie, but Jihan says that all this is true. He likes Neon, and he will take responsibility for whatever happens in the future. On the other hand, there was a crowd of reporters outside Neon's house and Neon's family too. It seemed that all that was fake news, but then Neon tells that all this is true, and she likes Jihan. Hearing this, her mother gets angry at her, that how can she do all this? She was dating Do-han till yesterday. Then Neon says that they had already broken up, and that is why Jihan also reached here. But seeing the reporters, he stops outside and calls Neon. At the same time, Soo-jung comes there and takes him from there. She gets angry at him, that by coming here he wants to show that this scandal is true, and because of him, his sister was crying. Jihan says that he can leave everything for Neon. Then Soo-jung says that it is best that he leaves Neon only. It will be good for her. There, Song was trying to come in the media. She was apologizing to everyone in place of her brother. Min Wong was watching this news of hers. He understood that Song did not do all this. That day, she was saying that something interesting is going to happen. Now, Min Wong and Soo-jung were on Jihan's side. That's why they were calling Song. He calls and says that he will tell grandfather everything that she did, but it doesn't matter to Soo, and she says that he can do whatever he wants. She was just with her father, and he was telling Song that now even the board of directors can come with him. So, Song asks him to take care of Taeyeon Group, so that she doesn't have any problems, and also asks him if he knows anything about mother's accident, because grandfather is hiding something. Hearing this, Song's father is a little surprised, but denies that he doesn't know anything. Meanwhile, Chaewon also came to know about the article. She was also very worried about Jihan, so she meets Do-han to ask what they should do now. She did not like to see Jihan and Neon together, but she did not want them to be defamed. She tells Do-han that if she is really worried about them, then sitting and watching the drama will not work. She will have to do something. On the other hand, Song had secretly come to grandfather's office because Kang had told her that there was CCTV footage of the time of the accident, but someone had stolen it. So, she had come to look for it. Then she finds a burglar there. Then we see Do-han. He is telling Neon that why doesn't she tell the truth to the reporters, that this is a fake marriage and she is gay. Neon says that she can never do this. Then Do-han says that they should go to New York, but Neon did not want to run away from all this. She wanted to protect him and Jihan by facing everyone, and by doing this, she was also protecting herself. Then Do-han remembers that Neon had done this earlier also. She had said that she will protect him and still hasn't changed. On the other hand, Jihan was sitting alone when Neon came to him. They talk a lot, and then later Jihan says that he doesn't know when he will be able to see her again. That's why he wants to keep her face in his mind. The next day, we saw Dohan. He was completely ready. He had also taken care of his ring. He was going to hold a press conference today. He was going to tell everyone that his marriage is fake and he is gay. But as soon as he opens the door of the conference hall, he sees that there was no one there. Only the chairman was there, because at the same time, Jihan had also organized another press conference. Here, the chairman tells Dohan that he gave him many chances to keep it a secret about what kind of a person he is. Jihan is a little surprised that his grandfather knows his truth, and there Jihan first apologizes to everyone, and then says that all the rumors that are being spread about Dohan and Neon are all fake. But it is true that he likes Neon. Neon has no role in it. It is not her mistake. He likes her. He is the one who is after her. But Neon has no feelings for him, and Neon did not betray her brother. He apologizes to Neon in his mind that he broke his promise. By doing this, he protected Neon and his brother, knowing what everyone will think of him now. There, at home, Neon also sees this live telecast. She immediately leaves for the conference hall, but as soon as she reaches there, the press conference was over, and Jihan was also not there. She is very disappointed, and there Dohan came to know that her grandfather knew her secret. She does not believe it, but then she remembers that Min Wang had photos of her and Huyan, and then he told that someone had sent these photos to grandfather. During the meeting with Neon, grandfather had asked what he was hiding. Even on the day of her mother's memorial, when her health deteriorated, he had said that she should not run away in fear, use the power of her position by handling the company. He understood that it means that the person who was following him in the US and who took his photos was being done by his grandfather. So he gets angry at him that how can he do this? Then the grandfather says that he is his grandson. He knows what happened when his mother did not listen to him. That is why he does not want the same to happen to him now. But Dohan was more angry about the fact that when he knew everything, he should have stopped all this. Because of him, now Jihan and Neon have to bear so much. That is why he wants to tell everyone the truth. But grandfather says that even if he had told his truth to everyone, would everyone have been able to accept him? He is still being selfish. He is making excuses to run away again in his name. Then Mr. Kim comes and tells what Jihan has done. Dohan quickly goes home, but Jihan was not there. Neon was there. Neon was very angry, but she was wondering whether Jihan felt happy by doing all this. She was not able to understand whether she should be angry at him or herself, because this fake marriage is her mistake. But Dohan says that she should be angry at him, because he started all this and he could not even end it properly. They did not even know where Jihan is. So Dohan tells Neon to go home and rest, and he himself goes to find out about Jihan. Everyone in Nian's house was also worried. Tai Min tells Su Jung that they should inform their mother about Nian's fake marriage. They should tell her the truth so that at least she doesn't think that Nian cheated on Dohan. Meanwhile, Nian also comes home. Her father starts asking about the press conference. She tries to go away without saying anything. But when her mother starts saying wrong things about Jihan, that the boy is like that, and that it is his fault, Nian finally speaks up. Nian tells them that she was doing a fake marriage with Dohan. She only had to act for 3 years, and she was getting paid for it. Su Jung tries to stop her, but Nian says that Dohan was in trouble, and only she could play this role. She wanted to do it herself. It was all her choice. But Jihan took all the blame on himself. She apologizes for lying to everyone. She says that she likes Jihan so much that she cannot live without him. While saying this, she starts crying and says that she doesn't know where Jihan is or how to find him. Seeing her cry, her mother starts consoling her. On the other hand, Dohan goes to his studio because Jihan was waiting for him there. Dohan asks him to come back and asks why he did all this. Jihan says that it was the right thing to do and that it was good for him. But Dohan knows how difficult it was for Jihan to take this decision and that all this happened because of him. Jihan says that it is not like that. He has always put a lot of burden on himself, and last time he said that both of them should now live their lives in their own way. Then he asks how Nian is. Dohan tells him that he should go and meet Nian, as she is in a lot of pain. Jihan says that he cannot face her now because she will kill him, so Dohan agrees to support Nian, and also tells Jihan not to tell her about this conversation. Saying this, he leaves. Then we see Song. Now the company feels normal to her again, so the grandfather keeps asking her to have meetings with the directors from time to time. She says that she will take care of everything, and if something goes wrong, she still has a card left that she can use if needed. After this, she watches a video on a pen drive that she had stolen from the grandfather's office. After watching the video, she is completely shocked. On the other hand, Jia and Yang A ask Yoon Taek where Jihan is, but he doesn't know. So Jia and Yang A prepare food for Neon and tell Yoon Taek to take care of the cafe until they return. Jihan has gone far away. He is missing Neon and feeling restless because of her. He keeps reading Neon's messages but doesn't reply. Neon keeps messaging him, telling him to come back. She says that if he doesn't come back, she will not forgive him. She has been messaging him every day, and today she even went to his house, but he still hasn't returned. She says that if he doesn't come back, she will come to him herself. She is missing him a lot. Jia and Yang Ai are also with her. Jia tells her to stop messaging Jihan and eat something, but Neon is not feeling hungry. Then she gets a call from Mr. Kim because the chairman wants to meet her. The chairman tells Neon that he wants her to marry Dohan so that Dohan's secret can be revealed. Neon is shocked and asks what he means by that. The chairman then calls Dohan an idiot and weak because he still hasn't told her the truth. He says that he knows Dohan's secret and wants them to get married, but Neon refuses. She says that she cannot do that. Whatever Jihan said at the press conference was all a lie. Even if she marries Dohan, what will happen to Jihan? She likes him only. The chairman says that he cannot stop Jihan, but he can stop Dohan. He tells her that Dohan was also going to tell his secret to everyone by holding a press conference. Jihan and Dohan did all this just for him. So can't she do anything for them? Will she watch them give up like this? But Neon refuses to marry and leaves. Then she comes back after a while and says that they should not call Jihan and Dohan idiots and weak. They are so good to their grandfather, so he should also give them selfless feelings. Then, while going home, she sees on the news that Dohan was saying in a press conference that whatever his brother said earlier was all a lie. He is gay, and to hide this, he was doing a fake marriage. Then she gets a call from Dohan that he is leaving Korea. Before Neon gets angry at him, he says that he had said that a good friend always stands by you and supports you, never runs away from problems. He did the same. He protected his friend. She should not blame herself for this. Their contact has ended now, but their friendship will always remain. After this, he leaves. Then we see Song. She has come to meet reporter Kang. Kang did not expect that Dohan would have such a secret. Song says that she did not call him to talk about this. She wants to know why he saw the CCTV footage of her mother's accident. Then Kang tells her that when he came to know where her mother, Sui, was, he followed her. At that time, her father was also with her. He had asked Kang to follow Sui. He was going crazy to catch her. At that time, the chairman had called him and asked him not to follow Sui. But at that time, her father was definitely worried. Even after the chairman's refusal, he did not stop, because if he could not catch Soo Jung that day, she would have gone somewhere. As soon as he went close to Soo Jung's car, he himself held the steering, and the accident happened while colliding with her. Kang says that he took all the blame on himself because only he was visible in the CCTV, but there was another hidden camera as well. Only he knew about it, and only the chairman knew, and he is sure that the chairman must have got that footage. Here we see that the chairman had that footage, and he had also seen the death of Kim Song. He was very angry then, but Kang was not able to understand why he was stuck to the chair even after everyone left. Why did he not tell anyone anything? After knowing this, Song is completely broken that her father is behind her mother's death. She was crying. Then her father's call comes, and she throws the phone with force. On the other side, Neon goes to meet Chaewon. Chaewon is shocked to learn that Neon's marriage was fake. She apologizes for misunderstanding her and asks why she did all this. Neon feels guilty and explains that she came only because she thought Chaewon might know where Jihan is. She wants to meet him and finally let him go. They both had promised to stay together till the end, but now it feels like this is the end of that promise. Chaewon says she doesn't know where Jihan is, but reminds Neon that he always used to be alone when he was hurting, and that Neon knows him better than anyone else. Then, Soo-jung and Min-wang discuss what to do next. Soo-jung suggests bringing Yoon-taek onto their side to repair the relationship between father and son, but Min-wang refuses. He says there is no trust left, and that things could collapse at any time, so they should not interfere anymore. Jihan returns to the place he once visited with Neon, the spot she said she loved. Lost in thought, he is surprised when Neon appears. She had come there hoping to find him. They ask each other how they have been. Jihan says his days are all the same, walking, sleeping, and nothing more. Neon says the same. When she tries to explain why she came, Jihan suggests they eat first. After that, Jihan brings out sparklers, wanting to pause the moment a little longer. When the sparklers burn out, Neon finally speaks honestly. She admits that when he left, she was very angry and wanted to destroy herself, to cry until she completely broke. But now she wants to stop. She realizes that if they get back together, they will only hurt each other again. Dohan blamed her, but now she understands that it was both of them. That is why they cannot be together. She says that she likes Jihan very much, and then says goodbye. Jihan feels the same pain, but he accepts it silently. 1 year later, Jihan visits his mother's memorial. His grandfather is there, and asks why Dohan did not come. Jihan says that Dohan still cannot face her. He reflects that everything went wrong after the accident. If it had not happened, their lives might have been normal. His grandfather tells him that it was not his fault. In a flashback, we see the accident. When the grandfather arrived, he tried to save himself, but Jihan's mother begged him to save Jihan first. As he pulled Jihan out, the car exploded and she died. The grandfather confesses that he lives with that guilt every day, but he still believes saving Jihan was the right choice. He avoided Jihan all these years because seeing him reminded him of both his daughter and his mistake. He says that even if Jihan hates him, he will accept it and carry the pain alone. After the grandfather leaves, Jihan notices an umbrella near his mother's photo, the one Nian left there. Just then, Nian appears, and they share a gentle smile. Over the next year, Nian starts rebuilding her career and slowly gains recognition as an actress. She stays busy, but still thinks of Jihan sometimes. Jihan also focuses on his work, yet misses her. Both of them live their lives well, but with a quiet longing. Meanwhile, at Jihan's mother's memorial place, Jihan meets Nian again. She had come thinking everyone would arrive in the morning, but she is surprised to see him there at night. Jihan tells her that Mr. Kim said her grandfather is fine now and has changed from before. They ask about each other's families. Nian says everything is well. Her nephew is in elementary school. Timing has become a successful writer, and Jia is pregnant, being cared for by Yang even though they are not married. Jihan asks about her. She says she is fine, popular, and getting TV roles. Jihan mentions that he saw her become the male lead's girlfriend. Meanwhile, Nian reminds Jihan that she was his ex, and there is someone else as the female lead, so he should watch her show properly. Jihan says that he is busy with a business venture with Yang. Their conversation ends as Nian gets the lead. She says goodbye, mentions that her manager is waiting, and gives Jihan an umbrella, saying that he should keep it because she dislikes rain. Later, she asks if he showed her autograph to his friends. He says they did not believe him. Nian promises that next time she will pick him up from school, which makes him happy. In her room, Nian recalls apologizing at the memorial to Jihan's mother for failing to take care of the sons, but she feels content seeing everyone happy. Meanwhile, Jihan watches her show at home. Although he pretends not to watch properly, he remembers all her dialogues and admits that life had nothing good without her. Meanwhile, Min Wang, Soo-jung, and Song are together. Soo-jung is drunk, working as a valet. Song asks why, and Soo-jung explains that her debts in jail were because of him, possibly due to company fraud. Their grandfather has resigned, and Mr. Kim is now president. Min asks for a new position, but Mr. Kim refuses. He announces that Do-han is returning. Nian goes to the airport to pick up Do-han, giving him car keys and saying that Yoon-taek will drop him later. Do-han, happy with her success, asks if she is dating Jihan. Though she carries past guilt, she says she is fine and tells him to move on. Later, Do-han finds Jihan asleep, exhausted. The next morning at breakfast, Do-han tells Jihan that Nian is not avoiding him because of her feelings, just because of work. Jihan refuses to believe it. He receives a call from his grandfather. At the meeting, the grandfather hesitates but asks about Jihan's relationships. Jihan admits that he cannot date Nayeon. The grandfather gives him a forgiveness coupon, the same one he once gave Mr. Kim, which he bought back to seek forgiveness. He also mentions seeing Jihan and Nayeon together and urges him to date her. Later, Nayeon gives Jihan the same coupon. He notices the umbrella she gave him and goes to see her, but hides when her father and Taemin arrive. Meanwhile, the next morning, Nayeon is late for her shoot and finds Jihan asleep in his car. He says that he came to return the umbrella and talk. She asks for a ride. At the set, Jia, Young-ai, and Yoon-taek are present. Yoon-taek calls repeatedly, but Jihan ignores him. Since Neon's manager is sick, Jihan acts as her manager. Learning that her scene is a kissing scene shocks him. During rehearsal, Neon's co-actor gets too close, and Jihan pushes him away. The actor jokes, making Jihan aggressive and Neon uncomfortable. Yoon-taek scolds Jihan for skipping work, but Jihan insists that this is more important. Meanwhile, Chaewon tells her father that this will be her last blind date. She bumps into a man, and when her date leaves early, Ta Haven appears, flirting lightly. She walks away, recalling her missed chance with him. Later, she drinks with Jihan. He says that Neon has a boyfriend. She says that he should move on, but Jihan confesses that he no longer trusts anyone. Elsewhere, Jia and Yang-ai urge Neon to go with Jihan due to her manager's absence. She refuses. When Chaewon calls, saying that Jihan is drunk, Neon goes to get him. He calls her name, and she takes him home. Drunk, he says that she has changed, insists on his loyalty, asks her to break up, and then passes out. Later, Jihan visits Neon's house, confesses his love to her parents, admits his mistakes, and vows to fix everything. Walking together afterward, Neon says that she was never truly his girlfriend, just admired him from afar. He proposes. After a brief argument, they reconcile and kiss. During a drama shoot, Jihan interrupts a wedding scene to take Neon away. Do-han confronts his past, Chaewon moves on with Ta Haven, and everyone finds closure. In the end, Neon publishes Jihan's novel, Wedding is Possible. They move forward together, promising to stay by each other's side.